Hey everyone, we're going to take a quick break and talk about our sponsors for the month, AMP Agency. AMP is a full-service digital marketing agency that specializes in tour, rental, and destination marketing.
We would not have sponsors on the show if we could not vouch for them ourselves. AMP Agency does a bunch of stuff for Destiny Water Adventures personally. I 100% vouch for this guy. I've handed them over to other companies in the past before they officially became a sponsor, and they have had nothing but great things to say. If you guys are doing your own marketing and doing a piss poor job of it, do yourselves a favor. Hand yourselves over to AMP Agency, specifically Steve Edwards, their CEO, will call you personally and have a great conversation with you about what you guys need to do for your marketing.
Listen, guys, they do pretty much everything in digital marketing: website development, maintenance, Google AdWords, PPC, graphic design, social media management, SEO, and a myriad of other things. When you choose a marketing company, it's so important to choose a company that knows your industry. And AMP Agency knows activity marketing, especially water sports and tours. They got a promo going for Awkward Watersport Guy listeners for their managed websites. Use promo code Awkward Podcast when you go to amp.agency. Again, that's amp.agency, promo code Awkward Podcast. You get 3 months free and get started with AMP Agency. All right, guys, let's get back to the show. I gotta ask you, what is something that you've done in your life that made you some money and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe I just made, a few dollars doing this? Do you ever have something that just kind of like randomly worked and made money for you?
I mean, just me making my own investments and doing the due diligence and I've put my entire portfolio together on my own. And so I was like, oh my God, we're like making money.
I mean, you didn't have
the first 6 months, like crypto. And then we all saw how that went.
I mean, you didn't go around the neighborhood collecting cans in Michigan and
Pokemon cards.
See, people don't remember that. Well, maybe they do. If you're from Michigan, you could collect cans and bottles off the road and make 10 cents each. It's not bad.
No, you still can. Just if they're that state. No, so I
wonder if there's Are they paying more than 10 cents, or is it still 10 cents?
I think it's just 10 cents.
That's actually a good deal. 10 cents back 25 years ago compared to
breaking
now.
and entering.
Oh my God.
I did that for a while. Breaking and entering, selling drugs. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe people just leave their valuables in their car. I'm going to throw a brick through the window. No. So listen. So
I can't believe you don't have any little get rich quick things you did as a kid. No,
man. No. I mean, well, okay. So yeah, true story. Like StarTech phones, that was like my first business, dude. I used to like fucking rip off. I used to steal StarTech phones out of people's cars, and then I knew a guy who owned a party store in Michigan, it would be a convenience store, but we call them party stores, and they sell everything, right? They sell fireworks, they sell fucking cell phones. But so this was when cell phones like were first coming around, the Motorola Flip StarTech. And I would sell the phone for $150 or $200 with unlimited minutes for the first month, and then the second month was $50, and then I charged $75, and then I made $25 a phone that I I had like my own illegal mobile cell phone company. And yeah, like I don't know if anybody's like a first time listener. I've done some time. Well, when I was real young, like 16, 17, 18, I got locked up, and then all that shit stopped. But no, I gotta tell you, dude, like, so I'm gonna have my daughter set up an eBay store because I've been buying boxes of Pokemon cards, right? And
okay.
I'm negative. I'm not making any money on this so far, but yeah, man, I got a box and I just got it at the flea market, and she comes in the house, and or she comes in my room. I bought them a box. I went to the flea market and bought a box of Pokemon cards. And so they're in the kitchen opening them up or whatever. And my daughter comes in and she's like, Dad, we just got a Charizard. We got a Charizard EX or whatever. And I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? No, she's like, no, Dad, it's worth like $140. So then like my ears perk up. I'm like, what? I'm like, $140. So I'm so stupid. It doesn't like realize. So I start going through all their cards and I'm like, man, they're up like 20 or $30. So I just figured like, man, you just buy a box of unopened Pokemon cards and rip through them all. Like you're going to make profit on every single one, you know? So that was like 12 boxes ago, man. Like I've been buying them on eBay, dude. Fucking like, and so I was almost done, right? I was like, the fuck this, right? Because like I think maybe like they maybe got like $600 worth of cards. I've spent like probably $1,500, and so I got them this like older series, and it was much more expensive, and so we're ripping through them, and I'm like, yeah, this box sucks, man. You know, I get it on eBay and there's nothing. And then she pulls this, oh man, which one was it? I can't remember, EV, or it was like a pink and white one. Regardless, I knew that it was a good card because I started researching them, right? So that's the reason I picked that set, because it had the highest, like the most expensive cards in there. That's like top 10 most expensive cards. And man, it had to be of the last 3 packs, man. And she pulls this card and it's like $150, and they're like, fucking pull me right back in, man. I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm on eBay that night. 3 more boxes coming in the mail, dude. And I told him, I'm like, you got to open up a eBay store, and then we got to flip the ones that you don't want, or the doubles or whatever. So we'll see. To be determined. What about you? What have you done? NFTs.
Are you tired of spending countless hours managing your water sport and boat rental reservations manually? Is your current system outdated or doesn't provide the necessary features that your business requires? Hi, I'm Greg Fisher, the CEO of WaveRes, an online reservation software built by operators for operators. With our system, you can offer 24/7 online booking to your customers, allowing them to book and pay for their rentals at their convenience. You can also send SMS notifications to your customers, keeping them updated on their reservation status and any changes that may occur. Custom options and dynamic pricing enable you to offer tailored packages to your customers, helping you stand out from your competitor. Plus, our system integrates with companies like Werewolf Digital Waivers and TripShock, streamlining your operations and ensuring a seamless booking experience for your customers. Our software is the best choice for water sport and boat tour operators, as it is designed to cater specifically to your needs. So why waste any more time on manual reservation management? Try WaveRes today and take your business to the next level. For a limited time, mention this ad and receive a $100 credit when you sign up. Check out waveres.com for more info or to schedule a free demo. Now let's get back to the show. That wasn't the worst ones. No, I was 19 years old, and I was at Florida State. I had a suite mate in the dorm, and he was a web designer, and he was talking to me about these content websites where you could, write blogs and then use Google AdSense, which is a Google program where you can monetize your content. People click on ads, you get paid for the click. So I'm like, oh, okay, this sounds interesting. And the click cost, you get anywhere from 10 cents to $10 for click share. So depending on what content you're writing about. So I realized that a lot of people search for coupons. And I did some research and found out that restaurant coupons were one of the most popular things people look for, and there wasn't a lot of good content around it. So I bought these domain names like kfccoupons.com and burgerkingcoupons.com, and I wrote these like really shitty, like 1 or 2 page websites, and I used Google AdSense to monetize it. And I just cleaned up. I mean, I got so much traffic to those websites. And made, I don't know, some days I'd make like a few $100s on them. But eventually over time, KFC and all these chains, they all started realizing that we were cannibalizing their traffic because they don't want people going to these bogus sites where people, right. So they go to, it's funny because they went to the sites and the ads that populated from Google, they looked like coupons. They had like little borders, the little dotted borders, and it said, click here, a coupon. So they did the work for me. So people, they went to the website and they're looking for the coupons, and they got these big banner ads that say coupon, click here. I don't know what even the ads were for, but they would click them, and it was like a really, really high conversion rate. Everything was totally legal. I was doing nothing wrong other than the fact that I never really had coupons. What I would put on the site is when they go to the website, I would say coupons not available. And sometimes I actually did post coupons, but for the most part, there were no coupons there because a lot of times the chains never had them. But my family made fun of me for several years about the whole thing because the funny part about it actually worked. So once those sites died off because it got harder to rank and, Google kind of got wise of all these content creators like me that were creating these semi-bogus sites. But it was really good in college. I made enough money to where I could afford some extra things. But yeah, that was one of my ideas.
Like drugs?
No, not drugs.
It's very part of drugs. So you're like one of those like make money online.
Make money online.
Yeah, I'm like a make money on your stuff while you're on vacation.
Yeah, I wish I had I'm sure people are thinking oh, Kevin and Greg are going to give us some really good ideas for some side hustles, and we're telling them one story about creating fake coupon websites and another story about stealing cell phones. These are like the worst ideas.
Scam artists.
Yeah.
No, man. Like I'll tell you, dude. Like I just. If like I'm in these networks and stuff, man, and I'm in a Moda group. Shout out fucking Moda Collective. If you're not in that group, you should go. There's your tidbit. If you made it this far, go join Moda. There's thousands of guys in that group, and they're so many of them are legit. They post up this take a picture of your house type stuff, and these guys are just there are some super heavy hitters in there, a lot of good business guys that are in there, but I still don't even know what the guy does who runs the group. I cannot for the life of me figure out what that kid Vadim, what he does to make his money, but he's young and he seems to have a lot of it. But I see all this stuff happening, and I see this and for a while it kind of intrigued me, when I started Destiny and just marketing online and sort of to a faster success than a lot of my peers that had been in the game for a long time. I was oh, wow, man, I can make money on the internet. But what I've really learned in the last year, just sort of taking a step back from Destiny and looking into other things and trying to figure out passive income hustles or how to make money online or consultancy or course, all these type of shit, right? What I've learned about myself personally is I don't know that any of that really appeals to me because firstly, I don't like being inside all day. I don't like being in an office. Since we started up this new business, man, I've been outside again. I've been sweating. I've been fucking running my mouth, talking shit, working with the guys. And I love physical businesses. I love interesting businesses. I love things that bring somebody into where you have a conversation with them, where you create culture, where it's not business existing within a vacuum of an office, where it's don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to be a fucking roofer or plumber or something awful like that. But it's got to just kind of strike me as interesting or fun, or my kids can be involved or they can be excited about it too. And it's a true family run business where it's well, this is fun and interesting. My neighbor's got to think I'm just a crazy person, if it's not boats in my backyard or jet skis in my driveway or bounce houses in my front yard, or you know what I mean? Does Amazon boxes constantly coming to the front room? I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to be the case because I'm also interested in selling shit, physically selling things, products that I find are interesting or neat or cool. I think that would be cool too, but I don't know, man.
Okay, so
I got to be passionate about it.
I know you're talking about. There's a lot of ads online or just whatever videos about how to generate money on the internet or just forming a new business and all that shit. There's multi-level marketing. Not all multi-level marketing is bad, but there's a lot of different things you can do. And the thing you got to realize is that don't do it because you want to get rich or you want a side hustle, you want to make passive income. Do it because you have an interest in that product, whether it be Mary Kay. My wife will occasionally buy from Mary Kay, and the thing is, like, the women that do it, they're really excited about it. The whole brand, the culture, driving a fucking pink Cadillac and selling makeup and going door to door and selling. They love it. Like,
I don't think that's even been around in like 30 years.
No, it's still a thing. Oh, it's fucking still a thing. Here. Yeah, they still do it. But like these women, they absolutely love it. They go nuts over it, and they're just very passionate. And I've also met other people who have these, these franchise businesses. They get into it because they really love it, and they love helping people and all that. But that's the main thing. If you're going into it because you want to make a lot of money, that is the wrong reason to do it, and you will get tired of it really fast.
Hey guys, we're going to take a quick break to talk about the Watersports Forum, which is now being rebranded as the Port at Arival.
That's right, Kevin. We're going to be doing our third annual water sport and boat tour operator forum, now called the Port, from October 9th to the 12th. So let's break it down real fast. The first day, October 9th, is the full day event where we'll bring in speakers, host panels, do roundtable sessions. If you went to the year previous, you kind of understand the format. The rest of the week, we'll be partnering with the Arival Conference to bring you supplemental programming in our special VIP room called Captain's Cove.
Listen, I want you guys to hear me loud and clear. If you guys are listening to this show, if you guys have ever come to one of our conferences before and you thought that was great, this is going to be jam-packed with value. Now, I want to tell you one last thing. Somebody, a very smart investor, once told me that you bet on the jockey, not on the pony. So I'm asking you guys to bet on this conference, on Greg and myself, on Doug and Bruce at Arival, and know that the amount of value that you are going to extract from both of these conferences are going to be an incredible return on that investment.
So let's talk pricing. A one-day ticket for the forum will run $199. This also includes lunch and our after-hours event. If you decide to stay for the Arival conference, you can purchase a combo ticket, which gives you a 15% discount on both events. Because the pricing goes up each month leading up to the event, and this commercial doesn't change, please head to the watersportpodcast.com and click on 2023 conference. Again, watersportpodcast.com, click on the 2023 conference link in the menu, and then you can view the current pricing for the combo package and the Arival ticket. You'll also find info on lodging and programming. This year we're going to be having at the Rosen Shingle Creek, which is an awesome resort.
Special guest speakers. We're going to have a lineup that is going to knock your socks off. We're going to be covering everything from assets, finance, marketing, operations. Like, this is the one and done mastermind. And I don't know when we're going to be able to do something this comprehensive again. And I guarantee you, if we do, we'll be bringing the same value in a smaller group for 10 times the amount of money, because it really is that valuable.
Be sure to get your tickets early because we only have 125 seats. Again, watersportpodcast.com, go to 2023 conference, and from there you can purchase your tickets, you can purchase your combo tickets, you can purchase your lodging. Everything you need to know about the conference is on that page. If you have any questions, just reach out to Kevin or myself, go to our Facebook group, hit us up. We'd be happy to answer anything you need, and we'll see you there. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, I see some people that have some really pretty big businesses, and I think you get to a certain point to where you're just like 50 years old or 60 years old. I was like 50, like in 5 years for me. But it sort of feels like as though, like, you should have heard the study too, where it's like there's a threshold that you meet where you make a certain amount of money and then it brings you no more happiness than this certain number. Maybe it's like $150,000 or $250,000 or something like that. It's like there's a certain number that you reach where that's the amount of money that you make. It's not going to be like incrementally like, oh, if you're going to make $2.5 million, you're not going to be 10 times happier than if you're making 250. So I don't know. For me, it's like it's the challenge, it's the fun stuff, and I think what we're coming into right now, again, we both sort of land on probably going to be a hard landing. We're probably going to have some kind of fucking idiot in office for the next 4 years. And it's like, well, what are we going to do in the next, keep in mind that in these sort of lean times, a lot of great companies arise. This is when you see founders that come in when things are tight, when necessity truly is the mother of invention. And like, not that there has to be a lesson to this episode, but this is sort of what I feel like we're going into. I think we've talked about it a ton before. We're going into sort of like a
uncertain times.
I don't know. Yeah, uncertain times. Maybe it be as like an atrium, like in between, onto the next thing, because there's a lot of change about to happen. So it's like, I don't know, man. Do what you fucking love.
You know what somebody said
like,
that was interesting? To go to subreddit forums, there's a ranking of like topics, and to check out the topics every week to see which ones are trending, to try to find new business concepts. If certain, I thought that was very, very intriguing. Using consumer and just like social data to see what type of opportunities are out there. So,
you want to start something new? Are you ready to spin up another business or what?
No, absolutely not.
You want to spin up an event promotion, for throwing events. Speaking of events. The soft sell for like, and this is like, here's where we're going to end it, man. Like, where are you guys at? We've had a lot of people reach out to us, and they're like having some problems signing up for the water sports conference. And I don't know if they're just like,
well, okay. So I have some information on that. So on the ticketing page, we had more options that there should have been, and it was confusing people. So we got that all fixed up. And also the ticketing page is an iframe. And if you don't know much about iframes, it's basically just an embedded code into the page, and it kind of throws you off a little bit. And depending on what browser you're using, you might not even see it. I've identified the problems, but we can't change the ticketing system. So if you have any trouble buying tickets, just DM one of us and we'll walk you through it. We want as many of you guys to come, but we're about 75% full for the event. So we have some tickets available still, and we love to see you there. We think it's going to be great. We have a phenomenal lineup. The schedule's posted in our Facebook group, so you can see what we have. And yeah, we really look forward to it. We're about a month away, a little over a month away. All right, guys. Well, go to watersportpodcast.com to get your tickets. And look forward to seeing you. As always, keep it awkward.